Oh no! Oh no! It's the full shebang. The full shebang again. Warning, this video contains graphic images of deadly spiders, reptiles and fluffy cats. Don't attempt the critter handling you see in this video unless you know exactly what you're doing. I was just walking up a path in a place which isn't my home, the best way to describe it. Can you see what I can see there? Ooh, I think it's a stunner. I've just come up behind this absolutely beautiful blue-tongue lizard, or people crap me, oh, it's called a blue-tongue skunk, Leo. And if I'm really careful and come up very slowly, I might be able to pick him or her up. I'm going to come off a stealth attack. The lizard is just down there. And if I'm really quick, I might be able to grab her. Okay. Wow. Wow. What a stunner, and strong. Now, I don't know whether this is a boy or a girl. I'll go down to that part there. Maybe you can tell me what we're dealing with there. I think it's a girl. I think, but wow. This is a beautiful, beautiful lizard. I'm just working single-handedly here. I'm just trying to calm her down. One snap from that mouth, I'll tell you what, I'm going to be in a lot of pain. They've got a very, very good bite on them. But wow, she is beautiful. I'd love to take her home because unfortunately we've lost all of our blue tongues, and I think they'd really help me in trying to resolve the Redback Spider problem. Okay, she's settled down now. I'm just giving her a pat there. She does this huff and puff and things because she's a little bit cranky. But she's just out here in the warmth and the sun because it's the beginning of spring, some warmer days, and she's come out to play. I just can't keep my eyes off her. She's wonderfully big, very strong, very powerful, but look at that. Beautiful to look at, isn't it? There's a nice look at her face there. I remember I used to get those little Tonka Toys, those little bath squirters, and it used to sort of calm these lizards. I haven't got anything on me like that. I'm just calming with my stroking the head there, and she little claws at the front are pushing down. Wow, she's just beautiful. I wish I could just pick her up and take her home, but sadly I think the cats would get the better of this absolute beautiful lizard. I'm just looking there at her digits. She looks like she's got all of her little fingers and things. Okay, look at the back ones here. Yeah, she looks in pretty good nick, I can tell you. And the other thing to look for, oh, she's fighting me here, is sometimes birds and things will come down and give them a bit of a peck on the top. She looks pretty clean. She's living in an environment where it looks like she's boss. Once again, that's the underneath of her there. I'm pretty sure that's a girl, because people said if it's a boy there's like lumpy things right in the middle of the screen that I can't see, but it does look like she's lost a tail at some point, and that's the thing that they'll do to protect themselves, to get away. Isn't she beautiful? I will put her down and let her scamper away. So yes, be very careful if you pick these guys and girls up. If they get hold of you, it really, really hurts. And I think you've got to do the sneaky attack and come up behind them, in a sense, very carefully. And you watch how she takes off here. I'm going to put her down. Okay, oh, there she goes. Look at her go, eh? Isn't she a stunner? And there she goes. Oh, she's gone. Okay, she's down to the safety of whatever's going on down there. There she is down there, getting well away from me. Sorry, lovey, but I needed to take a good look at you. I'm just listening to her rustling away, getting away from me, because I'm a naughty person. It's weird. I think every time I picked up a blue tongue, they've been girls. What's that saying to me? Now, the very sad part about where I live, up at my home, is, because I'm not at home at the moment, is we've lost our blue tongues, and I think it's because of those darn cats. Fluffy and Bluebell have sadly killed off everything that's like that in our garden, and guess what we've got for that? A ton of redback spiders, and yes, they are coming back. It's going to be a monster redback spider year once again. Well, I've come home, that's a very close shot of Fluffy there. Fluffy is a stray cat that we've ended up keeping as our cat. I think we've had Fluffy for just over a year now. She's put on a lot of weight staying with us, a lot of weight, and maybe maybe we'll just go down the garden and see if we can find any redback spiders. What do you think, Fluff? I know one thing, we won't find any blue-tongued skinks. This is the spider test tank, and it's got the redback spider, which I'm calling Bin Spider 2.0, who has made a beautiful matrix of web there, you can see, and tucked right up there. Hopefully you can see the spider. I think she's pregnant, guys. She looks very fat. This tank here has illustrated to me quite clearly that if I build a structure inside a spider home here, that spider there likes to put web within that structure and not out to the edges, which have got some experimental materials going on. It's been very, very curious to see how differently the spider sets up a web when it's got somewhere to play. This isn't Spider Tank 2.0. This is just something to help me get the Spider Tank 2.0, and this was developed on August 31, so it's a couple of weeks that the redback has been playing in here. Well, as you can see, I've got an ant in there. I've got all sorts of critters in there actually that I've been feeding into the tank here. I'm just going to lower my phone down nice and gently here into the tank, and we'll get to see Mrs. Redback relaxing in her beautiful web. Oh yes, I would say she's pregnant. I don't know how, because I don't think there's a male in there. It's actually quite a fascinating thing to do. Very easy to set up, but a little bit deadly. Well, because I'm curious about things, it looks like Fluffy's curious as well. You want to go down and look at some spiders, Fluff? Hey, you want to look at some spiders? Yeah! Well, I'll let Fluffy lead the way. Come on, Fluff. Along you go. Good girl. Oh, good on you, Fluff, having a sunbake instead. This is the area here where I'm testing if WD-40 can stop the redback spider setting up on those toys down there. These toys up here were sprayed with the WD-40. That new grader has not been sprayed. And that's the old burnout one from last year after we had the redback spider infestation. There's a couple of very curious things going on. There are ants being very busy around that grader there. This is the grader which had the WD-40. Now, whether you can tell if there's redback spiders around is very tricky. Often you're looking for web and the web's going to be down low. Okay, across to this one here, that's like a plastic fantastic toy there. The real test will be when we pick these up come Halloween, hey? This big truck here at the end actually has some spider web on it, but whether it's redback or not, I can just see it glistening in the sun across there. It's very fine and small. There's a bit there. I'm not sure whether the camera here is going to see it. There's a bit tracking down through here as well. It's very hard to see the spider web there. If I move the camera around like that, maybe you're going to start seeing it darting across frame. It's really tricky to see. So anyone going to make any predictions of what's going to go on down here? Will the WD-40 stop the spiders? That is the big quiz. The 1 year is almost over. Maybe another very prudent place to go and take a look at in the backyard is down in this corner here where the major redback spider infestation was found last year. Well, some things never change, do they? Look where Mummy's gardening gloves are on the ground here, probably full of spiders. It's a total fireban at the moment, so I can't do anything with those. Well, I'm down next to the tubs here, obviously 2 green tubs. I can see web that looks like redback spider web if you ask me. It looks fairly fresh because I did come and clean all this area out the other week, and oh man, I don't think I want to go up between there at the moment, boys and girls. And I can also see a whole nother mangle of web and things going on here. I'm a tad curious. I got my monkey tool here. Let's see what I can pull out with this. Sometimes this won't help, because I might be dealing with things that are a little bit too immature. Saying immature in the nicest possible way there, boys and girls. Yes, it's pulling up a little bit of web, but I'm not seeing any spiders. Mind you, they could be very small spiders that I'm dealing with here. Oh, it's a certain sound, that thing, doesn't it, hey? No, I'm not seeing any spiders on that. I'll just try the tubs here. I don't want to upset it too much because I'm sort of semi-curious to how this is going to develop. Oh my god. Oh no! Oh no! Okay, well, I've got a spider tank and I know where that... Oh man, there's an egg sac there. It's the full shebang. The full shebang again. Well, I've quickly gone and grabbed the spider tank, as you can see, and I'm going to try and get the egg sac and the redback spider into the tank. I noticed there's a black beetle there. That's the things, they love those black beetles, and this redback spider's probably a little bit in shock for the fact that I've found her and I'm going to pull her out of here. She might be playing a little bit dead. That's a little strategy game that they play. Oh yeah, look at that, eh? Wow, she is a stunner. She is a total stunner. And what I might do is, instead of trying to tweezer her, I don't want to damage her any more than what pulling that tool through, If I tweeze that across, like, well, should I say pick it up like this and try and just ditch it in there, she might go in or she might run. What should I do here, hey? It's tricky because I'm actually holding a phone as well. I should be using two hands, shouldn't I? I'm going to get bitten here, I'm sure about it. Come in you go, dearie. Oh, look at her. Can't keep your eyes off those 8 legs of death, hey? Come on, in you go. You've got a friend here to play with. Well, she's not letting go, is she? What am I going to do? Almost going to say I was going to get my wife to help me, but I don't think she's going to come near this spider. Okay, well, we'll go for plan 2, and I will use the tweezers. This is plan B here. She's sticking, actually, she's holding onto some vegetation there, or dead vegetation. Maybe if I tweezer that, I can take her across without causing... Don't you climb up on me, dearie. Don't you dare! I don't want you on me because I know as soon as she latches on, she's going back into that as a bit of a safety cocoon area. Yes, okay. Come on. You need to see this because you've got to just see how tricky it is to handle these little girls. Come on, maybe when she's there I can tap her in like that. Okay, she's in. Beautiful. There she is down there, tracking across. She'll find a home and things to do down there, or she'll be eaten by the other redback. They're like that, you know. What I'll also do is get her egg sac. Now, to me, this looks fairly fresh. I only know that because, well, I've seen plenty of them laid up last year. Okay, and I'll just very carefully get this across to the spider tank, opening it up, and I'll drop it in there. I'll just grab the muslin cloth and put it across here. People of a lower IQ think I'm saying another word there. Please go and do your wiki read page on muslin cloth. Well, from what I can see and what I've shown you in this video, spring has sprung in Australia. So the rest of my audience, my warning to you is winter is coming. The redback spider problem looks like it's going to be as big and bold and bad as last year. One part of me says, get the flamethrower, Leo, get the flamethrower. But in the back of my head, I'm thinking it's a total fire ban. I'll set fire to the whole backyard. Then I'll be notorious for setting fire to the suburb. Another part of me saying, wow, these redback spiders are possibly the best little pet and most interesting pet you're ever going to have in your life. That is until the spiderlings hatch and then you've got a spider apocalypse on your hands. Blue-tongued lizard, redback spiders and cats are the best things on YouTube. Let's let Fluffy sign off in this video. I'll go and find her. She's behind a tree over there somewhere. Fluffy, come here. We need you. Fluffy. See how she ignores me? That's cats, isn't it? Hey, you're going to sign off first? You're going to do a beautiful little sign off? What are you doing here? Often when they're down in the backyard, they've found something like lizards and things. You're not taking out lizards again, are you? Hey? I hope not, man. She's got to lose this winter coat. She's got a lot of fur here left over from winter. Hey, you meant to sign off, Fluff. Come back. Okay, Fluffy. Notice how shiny her coat is. We've given her some really good food over the last year. Apart from getting fat, she's got a nice shiny coat. Hey, you going to sign off for us, Fluff? How do cats sign off on YouTube, hey? You going to do a nice sign off for us? You're just going to ignore me. You going to do something nice for us, hey? Fluff? You going to say something nice? No, she's just being a cat. She does whatever she wants to do, hey?